Hello everybody, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Man City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. It's the big night. It's the blockbuster game that's been happening pretty much every year. You must say you could say in the in the UCL, it's Real Madrid versus Manchester City. I mean, for me, it's not the most decisive game. I probably think in the last few times when we have met, probably this is one of the most least decisive fixtures over there or something like that. I mean, it's not that I'm trying to downplay the fixture or something, uh, but definitely this fixture is a sign of progress for us. That is how I see it. We are in a rebuilding season, and let us actually see how far have we come. He's gone with the same lineup that is gone against Sunderland. He's gone with exactly the same lineup, not a single change. I probably thought he might play Reinders maybe. I don't know, but he's gone with Sharky in the midfield. I actually thought he might go for Reinders and maybe Bernardo on the right wing just to bring a little bit more control and maybe introduce Sharky late on and save Ryan Sharky for the Crystal Palace match because Palace away is also a difficult fixture. Seems not to be the case. I pretty much think this is Pep's best lineup. I mean, just imagining to this lineup if you add an Anton Semenyo and an Elliot Anderson. Now, don't ask me where can you add an Elliot Anderson and Anton Semenyo both. Yes, it's true. You have to probably take Sharky up then. At least add an Elliot Anderson in here in the midfield and instead of Bernardo Silva, put Ryan Sharky on the right hand side. That would just take this squad to the next level. To be honest, if we could just make that one change. But it's a packed Bernabeu. Playing at the Bernabeu is always a test of, regardless of how Real Madrid are. Playing in the stadium is always a test of where you are in football right now, where you are as a team, because you have to be at your best to survive here. You have to be at your best to thrive here. So it's always a special moment when you're playing at this ground. Xabi Alonso under pressure. That's actually an Xabi Alonso under pressure. So that's a subplot to this. I mean, this will be one of the big tests for two people. For me, the first one is Nico Gonzalez. How because the midfield is strong. Schuamini and Bellingham both are there, and Danny Ceballos and Bellingham. Mainly Schuamini, Bellingham, and Ceballos also is a strong physical kind of player. So how is Nico Gonzalez trying uh, win that midfield battle? That's an interesting question. And the big question is even more than that. The big question is Matheus Nunes. He will be one on one against Vinicius Junior. If he can win this battle, that's it. There'll be clips coming out of him yesterday. I mean tomorrow, and it'll just be outstanding. It will prove how far he has come as a right back. To be honest. So that's actually very interesting in terms of Matthews Nunes, Vinicius Junior, Nico Riley, Rodrigo will be another intriguing battle. But with Nico Riley, you had seen Nico Riley do very well against other wingers, namely Saka, Ize, Maduike, Salah. He's done he's done well. So Nico Riley, we know he's defensively strong, but there are a lot of questions about Matthews Nunes. So it will be very interesting to see how it goes. We're almost ready for kickoff here. Bernardo Silva with Fede Valverde there. Foden, Nico Gonzalez, and Bernardo Silva. Of course, but you know how it's going to be. All the midfielders cutting inside and the fullbacks providing with. That's where the challenge for someone like a Matthews Nunez more is getting back. How far will you venture forward against someone like a Vinicius Junior? Lot of question marks. Lot of question marks, to be honest. It's kicked off at the Bernabeu. Very happy with City's jersey as well. Nico Gonzalez, Vinicius Junior is straight away pressing. Madrid are straight away high pressing us. And that's a City throw in, I think. Bellingham, Vinicius Junior, everyone is on to us straight away. So it'll be interesting. Especially Nico Gonzalez playing as a lone pivot at the Bernabeu. Jeremy Doku there, Jeremy Doku stalling with the ball and Valverde as well to prevent the corner. Alonso is a man under pressure, and Liverpool beat Real Madrid in a way. I think 2 weeks ago. But then with Real Madrid, it's always you never know what you're gonna get. Gautam is here. Hey Gautam, how are you doing? What do you think? What do you think about that battle, Gautam? Matthews Nunez versus Vinicius Junior will be very interesting. I mean, I think it is the ultimate battle to test how far Matthews Nunez has come as a right back. Nico O'Reilly. City lose the ball with Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior's touch is not good. That's good defending there. Excellent defending from Josko Guardiol, who gets back. He's given a penalty. Matthews Nunez has already given a penalty on Vinicius Junior. He's already given a penalty. And we were talking about that battle. How will Nunez on Vinicius Junior be? It's outside the box. It's outside the box. It's clearly outside the box. It's clearly outside the box. It's clearly outside the box. And that mistake came from someone making mistake in that midfield area. But exactly, it was outside the box. At least he's developed some sense. Matthews Nunez where to foul the player, but again, no need to foul Vinicius Junior in that area. And look at how Vinicius Junior was celebrating that penalty. It's interesting because Kyle Walker also had that one mistake in him when he joined us, and it took him 1 or 2 seasons to really get to that level where he really irons out mistakes. I thought it went in. For a moment, I thought it went in. That was a deflection and a corner. For a moment, Donnarumma, I think, thought it went in. I mean, that deflection could have taken it anywhere. Literally, that deflection could have taken it anywhere. Dennis Ceballos with the corner kick. Good defending there. Ryan Shanky almost. Keep an eye on the ref. Rick. Keep an eye on the ref. Keep an eye on the ref, Gautam, because it seems Real Madrid lost against Celta Vigo, and the ref in that Celta Vigo has been demoted to second division or something. And today's ref is Clement Turpin, who is known to help Real Madrid a lot. He's a ref biased towards Real Madrid. Clement Turpin is the ref, if I'm not wrong. So just keep an eye on the ref. He'll not be giving too many fouls. Not complaining about anything. When situations are like this, you have to knock the opponent out with a knockout. Just cannot rely on the ref for all of these decisions. It needs to be a knockout punch today. Needs to be an absolute knockout punch. Real Madrid are trying to attack us. It's interesting he's not playing Trent Arnold. Good pressing by City. Nico Gonzalez. Nico Riley to Josko Guardiol. Not seen Ryan Sherky, Phil Ford, and none of them in the game, of course. Most of the game until now has been played in our half, and almost it was Ryan Sherky coming on to the ball there. Well cut out, and Madrid are on a counter attack. Madrid are on a counter attack. It's Rodrigo. Ah, Another chance. Vinicius Junior there. Gautam just 20 is injured. Another chance. Vinicius Junior there. Another chance. Wow. Clearly on side. Rodrigo. Good ball. And I think Nunez. I think the duo of Donnarumma and Nunez just took enough to put Vinicius Junior off. Look at the ref. Look at the ref. Look at the decisions the ref is giving. Kadam, look at the decisions the ref is giving. He is Clement Turpin. He is a ref who is sold out to Florentino Perez. If there was in fact an article in one of the English papers as well about Clement Turpin. Kadam, there's loom at Rodrigo. What a pass Savio in his lifetime cannot make that. That is true. That is true. I don't know, Gautam. I've seen Savio make those passes in that season at Girona. So we'll see because again that's my only bias about Savio because we are just not able to play with Vinicius Junior here. I mean, it just tells you a lot about what Kyle Walker was in the treble winning season and stuff. It's a throw into City. But that's the only thing. I think maybe we can judge Savio at the end of the season. My only bias towards him is I have actually seen Sergio in that season where he took Girona to a title contender, where they competed for the title and finished third. He was the MVP of La Liga. I mean, second best player after Bellingham in terms of goal contributions, and he did make passes like those, hit long range shots. So it's interesting. So that's my only bias about Sabio. Said seen him carry an entire team. Great run, great pass. Jeremy Doku should have maybe passed it to Erling Haaland there. I don't know. That's a foul on Matheus Nunes. Mbappe is not there. He's on the bench. He can come on later. Again, Mbappe against Diaz. I don't know what could be the tactics by Pep there. Especially, I think if Mbappe would have played, especially against Diaz, I just think need to have that high press going or you need to play deep. You cannot play a high line, but anyway, Mbappe is not there. And Nico O'Reilly, and he's already taken out a yellow card for Phil Foden. What Gautam says, this game will be very tiring for us, and we have Palace away, Gautam, which is Gautam says, I hope we don't overexert. Exactly, I think if I have to choose this game or Palace away, I think I'll choose Palace away as the priority because this is not the terminal game in Champions League. And last year we have seen like PSG finishing in what not the top eight but the bottom eight. They won the competition, so this is not the terminal match for us. But Palace away, you have to win. You have to win Palace away. Gotham says that's a more exactly Palace away is the more important game, and Munoz is injured it seems. So let's see. Palace as well are having a very tight schedule. It seems they're without Ismail Sarr. Now Munoz is also injured, and it seems they are playing a lot of games. I think they are in the Conference League. I think not wrong. So and they don't have the squad for that. Gautam says Palace away is a really tough one. True. The only thing is Palace have a couple of injuries and Palace themselves are through a tiring fixture and Man United went there and they won. So just because Palace had tired legs, Madrid are defending well to be honest. Josko Guardiol to Jeremy Doku. Doku does extremely well. Back to Courtois and Courtois. Except for that Vinicius and Nunez thing starting in the free kick, I think we have started well to be honest, except for one or two moments. I personally think it's our start has been all right at the Bernabeu. Now, so the first 2 minutes and that's it. We've been good after the initial 1 2 minutes. We are keeping the ball here. Madrid are, I won't say on the back foot, but they're sitting back patiently. That's their play style. Palace away, Selhurst Park under the lights. Yeah, it's an extremely tough place to go to. That too in winter. I mean, it's Jeremy Doku does extremely well. Good tackle by Josko Guardiol. Good tackle by Josko Guardiol. He's got the ball there. Don't know what Rodrigo was complaining about. He's got the ball. That's a foul on Valverde. Nico O'Reilly giving one back to Madrid, but the free kick's been taken very, very well. Well defended there. Combination of Sharky and Nunez. I think that's what Sharky needs to offer, a little bit of defensive cover. I mean, more than a little bit of defensive cover, to be honest. O'Reilly is playing as if he's played at the Bernabeu for 10, 12 years. He's just playing absolutely brilliantly there without a scratch. I mean, Jeremy Doku. Vinicius Jr. Don't give him space to shoot. I don't know why Vinicius Jr. is always searching for a penalty. Gautam, we just need to control. Come on. Come on, it's not a handball. Gautam says we just need to control the game. That's it. Man, Madrid wants it to be quick basketball type end to end, and we will struggle if that happens. Exactly. It will be Fulham. It will be Fulham all over again. If Fulham can do that to us in the basketball game, imagine what Madrid can do to us in a basketball game. Seen enough of basketball games, Gautam. Fulham 5-4, Leeds 3-2. Sunderland was a break, a well deserved break. Seen enough of those basketball games. I mean, someone who loves basketball games, it seems like Daniel Farka. They are just throwing in tackles on Madrid. Nico Gonzalez, Bernardo Silva, Ryan, Nico O'Reilly, they're absolutely tackling Madrid players. It hit his elbow, but Rodrigo with the free kick. He's bloody searching for his first goal since March. Rodrigo's not scored since March. It's been 8 months since he scored a goal, and it's gone out. Goal kick. I think Rudiger will struggle in this kind of a game. Like if Erling Haaland drops deep and Ryan Cherky, Phil Foden look to enter those spaces, I think Rudiger and Roll Sancho will struggle. They are the kind of centre backs who love physical forwards. They do not like those tricky forwards. So that will be very, very interesting. Leverkusen winning against Newcastle 1-0. I mean, bloody Spurs drew to Newcastle, Marseille beat Newcastle, now Leverkusen winning. It just seems that it's only we. Burnley were just small. I think Kyle Walker header away from scoring two goals in 45 seconds against Newcastle and drawing the game last game week. So it just seems it's only us who have not been able to get that result against Newcastle. That to the ref was just an absolute twat in that game, but Foden also missed a lot of chances. Madrid just bringing the ball from back to front so fast. Look at Bellingham switching the ball. Vinicius Junior, Ryan Cherky, Erling Haaland. Bernardo Silva. I mean, the tempo is very interesting. We want to play at a slow tempo. Real Madrid literally want to play at a tempo faster than basketball, like Adam said. Phil Foden's not at all in the game. Gotham says whatever the status of the match is, second half needs quick subs and team needs rest. You bet Gotham on Pep that he will not make any subs. Or he'll make late subs. Pep will make late subs. Quick free kicks have been a feature of this game. It's very interesting. Bernardo Silva. Everyone's just taking quick free kicks here. Nico Gonzalez has to play to Bernardo Silva, who's out wide. Still go back to Nunez, but Raul Asensio and Erling Haaland. I think the key is to confuse Asensio and Rudiger. Let the key is to tell Erling Haaland to go into the midfield and Ryan Cherky and Phil Foden to occupy those centre backs in small spaces. Rudiger and Raul Asensio absolutely hate small tricky players. Gautam says for today I'll take Savio early as well. True, but I don't think Pep will make. I mean, depends on the match as well. But again, I don't see Pep making substitutions till the 75th minute. Madrid are just switching the ball left, right, and center here. It will be very tiring. Like Gautam mentioned, it will be absolutely tiring just because of the switches that Madrid are making. Clear switches, left, right, and center. The tempo at which Madrid want to play is just wow. You just must prime Bernardo Silva or even, I mean, you absolutely misprime David Silva in these kind of games. You can control the tempo of the game, but Doku had a chance to play a ball further, but he just delayed it and the chance was gone. Matthews Nunez. Nunez is on an excellent one. He's lost the ball there. Rudiger's just kicked it out, but I don't know. Matthews Nunes to be lunging into, I mean, to just dive in like that, stay on your feet and defend till the end. That's the only thing I would say. Nico O'Reilly has just been brilliant. It's been absolutely brilliant. Look at that ball from Rodrigo. He's doing all right playing on that right wing. Madrid are just pinging balls left, right, and center. I think it will be the defense needs to be straight on the money today. The defense needs to be on the money. Zero attempts by City, four attempts already by Madrid. 24 minutes gone. Almost a quarter of the game gone. O'Reilly does brilliantly there. O'Reilly does extremely well. O'Reilly, what a beast O'Reilly is. Ryan Sharkey. I think Sharkey is the one who needs to connect with Foden and Haaland in those half spaces. I know it will be very, very difficult, but if there's someone who can do it, it's him. That's a foul on Phil Foden. Gautam says after seeing Madrid play so quick, it proves how much more impactful a team looks when they have passers more than ball carriers. I think it's interesting, Gautam, because Madrid have done well against Barcelona in the league. By the way, Madrid are I think 4 points of the top, and they've lost 2-0 against Celta Vigo. I think it's interesting with Madrid because they have done well against Barca this season and teams that want to play with the ball, but they have not done well against teams that quite kind of sit back and look to counter on them. So I also think it depends on the profile of the other team. Sometimes ball carriers are essential, sometimes passes are essential. I think it's good to have a nice mix. But Rodrigo scores. It's 1-0. Rodrigo scores. It had to be him. Break his goal scoring drought against us. It had to be him. Breaking his goal scoring drought against us. Donnarumma cannot do anything with that. Donnarumma absolutely cannot do anything with that. And also to think that shit Liverpool team defeated, it had to be him exactly. And to think that shit Liverpool team defeated Real Madrid 1-0. Look at Alvaro Carriers. Great finish. You just cannot do anything with that. Very good finish. Just cannot do anything with that. Gotham just get him now, Pep. Uh, Gotham just Liverpool beat them at Anfield. But still, Liverpool. Uh, Liverpool at Anfield have not been. Liverpool at Anfield lost to Nottingham Forest 3-0. I think Liverpool at Anfield have been very, very bad this season. They lost to quite a lot of teams at Anfield this season. Still, Liverpool at Anfield have been shit as well. It's, clear counter-attacking goal. And also the move was very simple. The left back overpowered Bernardo Silva, cross across Rodrigo to Rodrigo. Rodrigo runs through and a goal. Maybe think Nico Riley should have been tighter to him. And now Rodrigo's down. And also and also you could say that Liverpool, Celta Vigo beat them at Bernabeu 2-0 this weekend. It's a no contact injury. Rodrigo suffers a no contact injury there. Rodrigo suffers a no contact injury there. I don't know why he fell down like that. It's interesting how we approach this game from here because now Madrid will be primed to go on a counter attack. Again, this game is an assessment of the level and how far we've come. That's it. Because this is again the season one of our rebuild. So I don't know. My view is in these kind of games, you probably cannot play Ruben Diaz as a centre back because it's too slow. They're just pinging balls over the top. They're not playing football. They're playing ping ball. It's working. No complaints on that. The run was good there, but good defending. Excellent defending that Ruben Diaz. Ryan Sherky. That's a foul on Ryan Sherky and it's a free kick. That's a foul on Ryan Sherky. It was a Bernardo mistake. You just cannot do anything there. It was a Bernardo Silva mistake there. You just cannot. But after the ball was taken from Bernardo Silva, the switch came and maybe I think Nico Riley should have. I don't know, I have to see the replay, but just felt was there a chance for Nico Riley to do something better? Can we get a goal back before half time? Good cross in by Jeremy Doku, and it's a corner. Good defending by Sencha, but Doku's playing well. Good ball in by Doku. I mean, the treble season, people remember a lot about Kyle Walker, but people forget about Nathan Ake, who was a left back for almost all of the games in that Champions League campaign, and he was outstanding at the back. And City score! It's that man! It's Josko Guardiol! Come on! Woo! Come on, City! Woo! Josko Guardiol scores! Come on! Woo! Scoring from a header against Madrid at the Bernabeu. This is something interesting. That was scoring from a set piece. It was Vinicius Jr. who pushed Haaland on. I don't know who pushed Haaland on that player, but was it Nico Riley? Yes, it was Nico Riley who scores, not Guardiola. It's Nico Riley. It's Nico Riley. Yeah, it was Nico Riley. The camera just panned towards Guardiola running. I just couldn't notice it in the commotion. It's Nico Riley. One of our own academy player. But what is it? What has happened from set pieces, City and set pieces? We have been scoring a set piece every game. Against Sunderland we had a set piece. This game we had a set piece. I think against Leeds we had a set piece. It's Nico Riley. They're just not able to deal with the trickery of Rodrigo there. I think Doku has to come back and help Nico Riley. The attacking instincts of Nico Riley are just outstanding. Nunez is having a very, very bad game. He's given the ball away there again. Nunez, that right hand side is getting absolutely cooked. Nunez and Bernardo Silva both are having absolutely worse games. Maybe I think with experience, O'Reilly would have positioned himself a little better on that first goal, but nothing more he could do there. Nico Gonzalez. There's a pass on onto the right wing. Jeremy Doku, go and dribble, go and dribble. There's an incident where been brought down. Haaland's having a extremely tough physical battle there with Raul Asensio and Rudiger. Jeremy Doku. That's a corner. There's a penalty shout. I don't think that's a penalty anyway. That's just. It's not. I don't think there's much in it. I don't think there's much in it, to be honest. They are doing a penalty check here, but my first thought was there was not much in it, to be honest. Both the players were going at each other. I don't think there was much in it, but I don't know what the VAR will think, especially at the Bernabeu. You know how the VAR decisions will come. Interesting. Is he going to the screen? Yes. Oh, interesting. They have referred him to the screen. This is interesting. At the Bernabeu. He's given the penalty. He's given the penalty. Wow. He's given the penalty. He's given the penalty. He's given the penalty and it's a yellow card for Antonio Rudiger. It's a yellow card for Antonio Rudiger. He's given the penalty. And it's a yellow card for Antonio Rudiger. Now the question is, Erling Haaland's penalty form has not been that good. Can he score? What can he do? Come on, Erling Haaland, come on. He's missed his last one. Erling Haaland. Come on, what can he do? Haaland against Courtois and Erling Haaland scores. Woo! 2-1 City. 1-0 down at the Bernabeu. And it's 2-1 City. Come on. Come on. Erling Haaland scores. Wow. 1-0 down at the Bernabeu. And City have come back. Interesting, he's changed his penalty technique. Interesting, he's changed his technique. This is interesting, look at it. Now he's having a bit of a stop and then is striking it. The technique is interesting. Interesting technique from Erling Haaland. Sure would have been practicing this, but interesting technique. I remember Yaya Toure telling once, and in a show on Sky Sports, I think that the best way to take a penalty is like this: pause, let the keeper move, and then take it. Balotelli took it like that. Yaya Toure takes it like that. Come on! It's a free kick to Madrid. Gautam just stop and start method. Told you when last time he missed. Yes, I remember we were discussing it. Last time he missed. I think two of the best penalty takers I've seen at City are and also in the Premier League in general are Yaya Toure and Mario Balotelli. Especially Balotelli's penalties are just so underrated. Rodrigo, just do not concede. Jeremy Doku gets on the ball. Nico Riley is making a great run. Doku's found him. Ah! Double save from Courtois. Ah! City should have scored there. City should have scored there, Gotham. What a counter attack from City. That was blistering. That pace there was blistering. Wow, just look at the counter attack. Erling Haaland and then Ryan. I think Haaland should have scored. Ryan Sharkey's one was difficult. Courtois always got the angle, but Erling Haaland should have scored that as well. 3 minutes of added time. Wow. For me, I think if you ask me who's the best penalty taker I've ever seen, it's Mario Balotelli. His technique, the way he takes penalties, I don't think Balotelli ever missed. I mean, Balotelli stops and starts, but but still he generates so much power in the shot. Obviously, Cole Palmer doesn't have that method, but Cole Palmer's ice. He doesn't have emotions. That's a different story with Cole Palmer. I mean, half time will be very interesting. In a one goal lead at Bernabeu is nothing. I know this is not a knockout and all, but I think in the Premier League, Matthews Nunes is perfect as a fullback, at least right now. But I think in the Champions League, I think you need someone like a Tino Livramento probably. Haaland should have scored that. Haaland should have buried that, honestly. Haaland should have buried that. City should have been 3-1 up. Haaland should have absolutely buried that chance. You cannot give reprieves to Madrid at the Bernabeu. You absolutely cannot. Shaki does extremely well. There's a pass on for Erling Haaland. I think that's half time. I know why the ref is doing the job that he's doing. He can easily be a Hollywood actor. That's how he looks. Rudiger is arguing with the ref. Rudiger might be telling Clement Turpin, the referee, that yes, I pulled Haaland, but now Florentino Perez is telling me to pull you and get you to our dressing room and see where it will go. Rodrigo and Bellingham. By the way, just a bit on the half. The first 5 minutes were not good, and then it seemed we got onto the game, but it wasn't really until the goal that we clearly lost the fear and we started to play. Because until the goal, it was almost like you were tentative playing in it. It was almost that the occasion got to you. until Madrid scored that goal. And once Madrid scored that goal, City almost played with, nothing to lose kind of a mentality. We were much more relaxed. That's what Pep Guardiola says. When you're relaxed, that is when the best comes. And I think that's what we did once we went a goal down. I just think we need to buy a right back more than I mean Nico Riley is all right. He learned, but I think Matheus Nunes probably would. Can you trust him in a Champions League knockout game? He's doing wonderfully well in the Premier League, but I don't know. Is he overawed by the occasion? I just don't know. Gautam does Livramento exactly, Gautam. Livramento is the answer. I think Livramento and Nunez could complement each other very well as well, in the sense that as well. I think Nico Riley, Nunez, and Livramento. I think you buy Livramento, you don't need to buy another backup. I mean, we have Ryan Aitnouri. I've just completely forgotten about him. But Livramento can play on the left as well. So just think, Livramento is the answer. Three signings, Gautam. Anton Semenyo, Livramento, Livramento, and Elliot Anderson. And I mean, out of Rodrigo and Anton Semenyo, whom would you prefer? Because they are saying they might activate the clause of Anton Semenyo, release clause of Anton Semenyo in the winter transfer window. So who would you prefer? Would you prefer Anton Semenyo or would you prefer Rodrigo? What's your preference? Gautam says Rodrigo. That's again that's an interesting question, Gautam, because that they asked because the interesting thing about Anton Semenyo is the interesting thing about Anton Semenyo is I think after Ryan Cherky is one of the most two-footed players in the Premier League. Is good on either foot. Is very good on either foot. And also the second thing is there's a thing about Rodrigo that he maybe prefers to play on the left more than the right, it seems, but I'm not sure. I don't follow Rodrigo in La Liga as much, so I don't know about that. And the other thing is Premier League proven. That's the thing about Anton Semenyo. Anton Semenyo is Premier League proven, so it will be interesting. My choice probably could be. I think the price also could be the same. Around 65 million is the release clause for Semenyo. I think you get almost 75 million. You get Rodrigo, so the price is not bad. Gautam just Semenyo will be like Grealish all over again. Emo if he joins us, he needs main attention. That's another thing, Gautam, because I think since Justin Clivert has come into the team, I just think Semenyo's numbers have dropped. But the one thing that Semenyo has that Grealish doesn't have is pace. I think Grealish does not have pace. Grealish was that kind of a winger who just wanted to stand people up and then go past them. But with Semenyo and Doku, I just think Pep might look at that and say, well, Leroy Sané and Raheem Sterling. I think Pep might can look at Semen. I think it's the same with Rodrigo, but Pep could look at Semenyo for example and and say that just run at people. Gautam says Semenyo hasn't proven at the big stages yet, especially the last match I watched him against Chelsea. He was shit at left wing. He got a chance that was offside, but yeah, I think till Gautam says Rodrigo's Champions League experience as well. True, true, true. All of that is true. My only doubts are two things about Rodrigo. Does he actually prefer playing on the right wing? Do- does he actually prefer playing in the right wing? That's the first question. That's the only thing with Rodrigo for me. That's okay. Premier League proven, not Premier League proven. That's a different thing because Rodrigo is a DNA player. That's true. I completely agree. Completely agree. My only thing is he. They say his preferences of the left wing and not the right wing. That's the only thing. And the other thing I like about Rodrigo is the way he makes those, Raheem Sterling used to make those near post runs, those far post runs. That is absolutely, Rodrigo just goes into the box. That's something very interesting with Rodrigo. Gautam says at this point he just wants to play exactly. I think, yeah, thinking it over, Gautam, I think I would go for Rodrigo as well. My only this thing was his yeah. At this point, he wants to play. That's true. Yeah. I think, but the one quality I think which Semenyo does not have, at least I'm not seen, and which Rodrigo has is those runs that he makes, those late runs. It reminds me of Raheem Sterling. And Rodrigo is someone who can make those runs with the finishing. He has that finishing as well. So very, very, yeah. I would prefer Rodrigo as well. Just thinking it through. But then if the club signs Semenyo, of course we're happy with it. But Gautam says Xabi Alonso is not playing him at any position. That's the reason he just didn't score for Madrid for so many games. Came in as subs for 10 to 15 minutes. It's almost a bit fucked up there, Gautam, I think, because if Kylian Mbappe comes, I just think Rodrigo loses his place. That's the thing over there. And I think it's interesting because under Ancelotti as well, Rodrigo was almost always a sub. Rodrigo was never started. So that's also true. Rodrigo's never been given a fair chance. The sense that he's never been given an entire run in a season to say, yeah, you're starting most of the games in a season. He's never been given that confidence, and I think the late, not even the runs, the movement of Rodrigo towards the far post, near post will just be impossible for Premier League defenses to deal with. You have Erling Haaland making those runs, and then you have Rodrigo making those runs. The league is over, Gautam. The league is over if you sign Rodrigo. The league is done if we sign Rodrigo. Gautam says, see, if we don't go for Rodrigo, Arsenal will surely go for him, and he can play it left wing there. Imagine Saka at right and Rodrigo at left. With yes, I I have a cheeky feeling that Chelsea might go for him. Chelsea might go for Rodrigo. Rodrigo kind of looks like the signing who Chelsea might go for more than Arsenal because Arsenal are struggling with the problem of plenty, to be honest, because they have to play Martin Odegaard, which just means that he's playing Eze on the left, or there's Trossard on the left, there's Martinelli on the left. He's Arsenal lost that Aston Villa match because he wanted to play Odegaard and he sent Eze to the left. Adam says, but Rodrigo will not go for Chelsea. I think it will be either of the two, Gautam. I think if we sign Rodrigo, Arsenal might go for Semenyo, and if we sign Semenyo, Arsenal might go for Rodrigo. But then the next question is, who might Liverpool go for? Because Liverpool want to sign someone as Salah's replacement. That's also interesting. Liverpool are already on the hunt for Salah's replacement, so Liverpool might go for Rodrigo as well. Liverpool is interesting. Exactly, Gautam. Exactly. That's what even I'm saying. There's a Liverpool as well who want Salah replacement. I think the demand for these two players will be exponential. Semenyo and Gautam, this is an interesting take from my side. Yes. I mean, there'll be a lot of demand for these two players, Semenyo and Rodrigo. Rodrigo just inches it, Gautam, because I've till now thought Semenyo, but just I've just thought Semenyo would be the better one, but with your discussion, I'm just now leaning more towards Rodrigo. But yes, but I think with due to the Champions League experience and playing in the big team and all, I think Rodrigo is just that level above Semenyo. But it does not mean Semenyo cannot reach it, and Semenyo is 25. So I would be happy with either. But given the chance, I think, like you said, I would lean towards Rodrigo as well. I love his near post runs. Gautam says, can we expect Salah for one season at City? Thoughts? It will be mad. It will be mad, Gautam. One season at City. Salah will tear it up because whenever Salah wants to prove something to someone like new contract and all, Salah will tear it up. Imagine Doku, Haaland, Salah with Phil Foden, Ryan Sherky, Rodri tearing up behind him. I think Salah would be this thing, and then at the end of the season, there would be a new new enemy for Pep Guardiola. Salah would join the club of Yaya Toure, Samuel Eto'o, Zlatan Abramovich. Salah would join that league of those players who have gone against Pep. That's the thing that would happen. Gautam says we have done something like that in the past with a Chelsea legend, and we still call him Chelsea legend, Sorry, and we still call him City legend cheekily. Whenever there's Frank Lampard's birthday on City's page on Reddit, I mean, people always wish. Even this year they wished happy birthday, City legend. I remember the goal he scored against Chelsea. We were trailing 1-0. He comes 80th minute and he scores. It's almost a volley. He scores a volley. Frank Lampard. But three signings, Gautam. Three signings. Livramento, Elliot Henderson, and Semenyo or Rodrigo. And we are all set. Gautam says that's what I'm expecting from Salah at Anfield, scoring for City, absolute cinema. Especially, I mean, this would be a blockbuster cinema, Gautam, because Frank Lampard left Chelsea respectfully and all of that. But but Salah with whatever he has done, imagine City drawing 1-1 with Liverpool and Salah scores in the 90th minute and running to the coping and celebrating. That would be absolute blockbuster cinema. Gautam says yes, Levra, Elliot, Rodrigo. Levra, Elliot, Rodrigo or Semenyo depending on who's available. And Rodrigo is younger than Semenyo as well. It's interesting. Madrid's left back Carriers was sold by Ten Hag. He was a Manchester United academy graduate. He was sold by Ten Hag, and now they have bought in Patrick Dorgu, and Carriers is a much better fullback. Just see the ball he given to Rodrigo. His crossing is exceptional. Josko Guardiol. Jeremy Doku, Bernardo, Ryan Cherki, Ruben Diaz. I mean, everyone's walking in, and Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe. I think he'll come on in the second half at some point of time. But a very interesting discussion, Gautam, with you on Rodrigo. Wonderful points. because until this I was actually convinced Semenyo, but yeah, you're also doing that scout watch, right? Yeah, I forgot you're doing that scout watch for Semenyo when they were playing Chelsea were playing Bournemouth. Pep knows one goal is not enough here. And on we go for the second half. Already a miscued clearance from Ryan Cherky. No damage done, anyways. They're just not able to get hold of Vinicius Junior there. Gautam says getting a winger in winter is anyways not ideal buy. He will need time. I think we'll get a winger this winter, Gautam, because if we are still in the title race, I think we'll get a winger for sure. And that winger has to stun Arsenal. Will surely be one of. My preferred choice was Olise, but it just seems it's impossible to get Olise out of Bayern. Olise, I think out of the three, Rodrigo, Semenyo, and Olise, I'll always choose Olise, but just seems Olise is impossible. Look at that switch. Not the best one right now, but ah, good pass from Ryan Sherky. Gautam says Elliot should be more important by. True, actually, Elliot Anderson should be the priority of all, but it just seems that Elliot Anderson might be the most difficult bit of leverage because Newcastle are looking for a keeper. James Trafford wants out, so we could negotiate some kind of a cash plus player deal for Livramento. Haaland is down. This is not good. Oh, it's hit him in the most. Fist private. I think that's fine. Yes, yes. That's fine, Erling. Take your time, Erling. Take your time. And look at Erling Haaland smiling and laughing at the end. Elliot Anderson is the most important one, but it's also the most difficult one to do, especially in winter. For me, I think the winger is the easiest one to do. Maduik is scoring left and right for Arsenal. I think he scored in their last Champions League game as well, but you cannot drop Saka. So what will you do? There's absolutely no idea. Jeremy Doku, cut in and shoot, Jeremy. City's defending is much better in this half. But still, the trickery of Rodrigo. Just imagine that treble winning season where Kyle Walker and Ake just made Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo just reduced to almost nothing. And that is just so underestimated. Look at the trickery of Vinicius Junior, the pace, and Walker just dealt with it like he was. Bro was absolutely nothing. Ake on the same on Rodrigo in that season. A lot of unsung heroes. Akanji was brilliant as well in that season. A lot of unsung heroes in that season. Kevin De Bruyne sacrificed his hamstring to win us the treble. Jeremy Doku does well. Alvaro Carriers again. What a defender he is. Alvaro Carriers. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Was lifted up. That was a chance for Madrid. Everyone thought Bellingham will score there, but that was a chance for Madrid there. Alvaro Carriers again. What a defender the guy is. Don't know why United. Ten Hag sold him. Jude Bellingham with the late one. Not always easy to chip Donnarumma. JSK is here. Hey JSK, how are you doing? What do you feel about the match, JSK? What do you feel about the match? What are your thoughts? Doku does absolutely well there. Doku does very well. Ryan Cherki had a chance, but it was difficult. That was a difficult chance for Ryan Cherki. Very difficult chance for Ryan Cherki, that one. Ah, it's end to end now. It's end to end. It's end to end. Just I just hope we don't concede a goal. Rodrigo. Rodrigo again. Double upon him. Double upon him. That's it. Don't let him cut on the inside. He's so dangerous when on his stronger foot. That's what Gautam was telling. JS is from last 10 minutes of first half we started playing. I think from until Madrid scored the goal we started playing JSK. From until Madrid scored the goal which we started playing. Before Madrid scored the goal we were very tentative. A very tough week to be honest. Bernabeu and then Selhurst Park. Gautam says this basketball, exactly Gautam, this basketball will kill us. We cannot just sustain this basketball. Madrid just wanted to be basketball, that's all. Just, I mean, pass it from side to side and there's a huge cross and there's a huge cross that is coming so that you can switch from side to side. That's what's happening. Newcastle have scored 1-1 Leverkusen. I mean, it's interesting because I have Anthony Gordon in my fantasy team and it's his third match since injury, all competitions, and every match has got a penalty and he scored from that. It's a city throw. Just look at Vinicius Junior there. Gautam says Reinders needed here. I think Pep wants one more goal and then maybe Reinders. Reinders with his late runs will be interesting. Anyways, it's a throw in for City. It's a throw in for City. We're controlling the game well here, but Jeremy Doku, good ball by Josko Guardiola. Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku does well and comes out. Jeremy Doku just needed to maybe cross that earlier. There's a barrage of Madrid bodies there. Good defending by Nico O'Reilly, such a beast. Outstanding defending. Ruben Diaz, Nico Gonzalez. There's a pass on, there's a switch on. Nunez is venturing forward. He has to watch how forward he ventures, to be honest, because the ball will just come back fast. Ryan Cherky. Gautam is really impressed with Carrier's Manchester United graduate. Uh, he was sold by Ten Hag, I think 2 years ago or something. 2, 3 years ago, I think. 2 years ago, I think. 2.5 years ago. And all of United fans did not want him. All of United fans did not want him to be sold. They were voicing the protest. They were voicing the protest vocally, but still Ten Hag sold him. And what a player! Kadam just thank you, Ten Hag. I think he would be close to Nico O'Reilly. I think O'Reilly for me right now is the best left back in the Premier League. You could say Califiori, this and that, but for me, Nico O'Reilly is here for his defensive work rate, his attacking sense, everything. He's a complete package, Nico O'Reilly. 19 years of age. But the passing range of Alvaro Carrias is just outstanding. Gautam just single-handedly destroyed United to the core. You know, Gautam, what United fans tell about Ten Hag? United fans thought we were already in the cellar. How low can we fall? They say that Ten Hag reminded us that there is also underground tunnel. That's where Ten Hag put us, underground tunnel. He put us, locked the tunnel, went away. 11 minutes, negotiated very well by City in this half, but still a long way to go. We know that dreadful night at the Bernabeu, right, where you had two goals up and still, and in the last 3 minutes, what happened? So anything can happen, and a one goal lead is just not sufficient. And that's a foul on Jeremy Doku. He needs to get a yellow card. Was it? It's a yellow card. Ada Guller's coming on, I think. Ada Guller's coming on to add a bit more creativity. Gonzalo goes and Ada Guller's coming on. Ryan Cherky collects the ball. Ah! What a ball that was from Ryan Cherky there. What a ball that was from Ryan Cherky there. Bernardo Silva just give it back to Ryan Cherky, gives it to Ryan Cherky. I think the collision was with Bernardo Silva. But what a ball that was from Ryan Cherky there. Ha! Ruben Diaz is caught out here. Ruben Diaz is caught out here. Nico Riley does extremely well. He's learned from his mistake. First goal and he's done brilliantly there. What a player we have on our hands. Donnarumma, not entirely wasteful with his feet, Donnarumma. Ryan Sherky, Nico Riley. The only thing, Gautam, about bringing in Reinders is I think Reinders does not offer you, you know, keeping the ball and stuff. Reinders is not so good at keeping the ball and stuff. Yes, he's press resistant, but he's more of a pass and move kind of a player. But Cherky can keep the ball, relieve the pressure, and all that stuff. Has to give it back to Guardiol, Diaz, Nunez. There's Cherky free if you can find him. I think there was a ball on to Ryan Cherky. Nunez has found him now. We have to be careful of Madrid breaking here. We are controlling possession with the ball well, but the position still looks tentative. It was more of Bernardo Silva colliding with Ryan Cherky there. Donnarumma has to strike it. That's a good pass by Donnarumma. Jeremy Doku. Ah! Courtois with a touch on it. Well done by Jeremy Doku there. Courtois with the touch on it. Courtois with the touch on it. Raul Asensio could not do anything. Courtois with a touch on it. Ah, I think that was going in. If Courtois didn't have a touch on it, I think that was going in. It's a corner for City. Power header. Bayaji is not here with his powers, but power header. Could the power work? Power header. Shit corner from Foden. Ryan Cherky saved the day, to be honest. Foden's Foden's just looking off it. No, he's not been involved much, but Foden's just looking off it. Courtois made some very good saves. Erling Haaland, Jeremy Doku. That's a throw in for City. I mean, Valverde is just not able to keep up with Jeremy Doku. Alvaro Carriers, Phil Foden. Good ball into Jeremy Doku. Good control by Jeremy Doku. The first touch is good. He slowed the game down, but that's fine. The one thing Doku's learned from last season is how to control the tempo of the game, even on the wing. Sharky needs to be careful here because if he loses the ball, I think every touch needs to be good. He is just being pressed massively there. In Chelsea City are not pressing at all. We are just sitting back. I think we'll just sit back and hit a Real Madrid on the counter here. Jeremy Doku does extremely well there. That's a foul on Jeremy Doku. Jude Bellingham this time. He is just unplayable here, Jeremy Doku. Just have to foul him. Jeremy Doku is playing an outstanding game at the Bernabeu. Yes, he might not have assists and goals to show for it, but he's just playing an outstanding game. I would have wanted Ryan Cherky to take this, but Phil Foden, can he score? Can he score at the Bernabeu? I think he scored once, I think, if I'm not wrong. But again, shit free kick again. Well defended, but that is Foden from a corner and now from a set piece, from a free kick. You just cannot do that. Nunez does well, but you just cannot do that, Phil. So substitution, I think Danny Ceballos is off, Brahim Diaz is on. Brahim Diaz, another player who makes, he was with us, not our academy graduate, but he was with us in our youth teams and I think played a couple of matches for the first team as well. Then went off to AC Milan and yeah. Haaland just pressing Courtois there and that's kicked it out. Obviously, Courtois is no Edison on the ball. He's made some fantastic saves to keep the game at 2-1. Jeremy Doku does wonderfully well there. Outstanding that from Jeremy Doku. That was a foul, but ref's not given it. But yeah, good take there. But what a switch that is to find Rodrigo on the left. Sorry, to find Vinicius Junior on the left. City needs to be compact now. Need to be compact and defend well. Need to be compact and defend. We need to defend well now. Do not press. Let them move from side to side. Just do not press. Do not press. Well done by Matthews Nunes over there. City substitutions are ready. Reinders, Gautam's favorite Savinho, and Omar Marmoush are coming on. He's taking Haaland off. Yeah, this is not a knockout game anyway, and Pep knows that he needs He needs all of them players for. He needs Haaland, Foden, and Sherky for Crystal Palace away, which is going to be an extremely difficult game again. I reckon those are the three players will be out. Maybe I think Jeremy Doku might be out. Foden, Haaland, and Sherky are out, which means all these three are starting against Palace. Reinders, Marmoush, Savio come on. Straight swaps, Marmoush, Haaland, Savio, Sherky, and Reinders, Foden. Foden's not had an impact, but he's done well in terms of protecting the ball. Sherky's had a very good game again. It's now a free kick for Real Madrid. It will be interesting how we approach the game from here on. And he's made that subs early, which just means that which just means that he's having an eye on that Crystal Palace game. To be honest, but for Xabi Alonso, just think this could be one of his last throw of the dice. So two contrasting approaches from two managers. Very very interesting. Nunez does extremely well. Get to that. Savio does very well there. Savio does extremely well. That was a bad ball. You cannot pass it through the center like that. Because if the other person loses the ball to the press, it comes straight back at you. Just cannot do that. Gautam says, I've identified Savio's role at City. Now, what is it? What is it, Gautam? What is the role that you identified? What is it? One is a substitute, which we all know, but any other special role you've identified? I think Omar Marmoush against Antonio Rudiger will be is Gautam says Grealish 2.0. Grealish with pace. Grealish with pace. A pacey Grealish. He's left Doku on, which is interesting because I thought he'll leave one of Ford. He'll leave Sherky on and he'll take Doku off because Doku has used so much pace in this game, but he's kept Doku on, which is interesting. Jeremy Doku does very well there, taking the ball, and that's a foul on Jeremy Doku. He's telling him to get up. That was a foul on Jeremy Doku there. Latham says waste time, get fouls. Do you think Savio has the IQ for that? Block, don't let them shoot. The referee's given a foul already on that. The only problem is Does Savio have enough IQ for that to waste time and get fouls against Fulham? You saw what he did at Gotham against Fulham. Savio does not have the IQ for that yet, I think. Come on, that's not a penalty. Has he given a penalty? Has he given a penalty? It's a free kick. He's given a free kick. I don't think Nico Riley needed to do that, honestly, there. He's given a free kick just outside the box. Very well defended. What a touch that was from Rodrigo. Good defending there. Ah, that was a chance. That was a chance for Madrid. That was a chance of Vinicius Junior, I think. What a cross that was from Rodrigo. Free header for Vinicius Junior. He has to score that. Sorry, he has to score that. He has to score that. I don't know why there was no one on him there. How can you let him have that free header? I mean, 13 minutes at the Bernabeu is still a long, long time to be honest. Still an extremely long time to be honest. Game's been a bit of a stop start in the last 5 minutes. The last 15 minutes plus added time is almost like it is hell at the Bernabeu, especially when you're leading Real Madrid. Does not matter by how many goals, but yeah, he's taken over centre back and he's brought in Endrick as striker, which means Mbappe is not coming on. His Xabi Alonso is going for it now. Good ball there, Savio. Savio! Ah! Mistake from Savio there. It could be. That's great defending and it's a corner. But again, mistake from Savio. He has to do better there in terms of holding on to the ball. It's a corner. It's a corner for Madrid. Please defend the corner well. Please defend the corner well. It's an in swinger from Arda Guller. Gautam says Savio should quit. Interesting. There are only two players, Gautam. There are actually three players in the team who can keep the ball under pressure. Ryan Cherky, Nico O'Reilly, Bernardo Silva. Even Phil Foden cannot keep it under pressure. I mean, when opponents are pressing them. So it's interesting. But that was such an I mean, the entire corner was fashioned out of Savio doing shit there with a good pass. Good defending there. Savio has to get there. What has the referee given? Has he given a goal kick? What has the referee given? What has the referee given here? I think the referee has given a free kick here. I don't know. Yes, he's given a free kick at the edge of the area. This is the best thing Savio has done. Free kick. I don't know what is with the cameraman today, Gautam. The cameraman is just showing that referee's finger. Even that Nico Riley one, where he considered that free kick on Arda Güler, I think it was, and I thought, why did he point to the spot? The same thing here. I thought, did he point to the penalty spot? Pep Guardiola gets a yellow card. The last 10-15 minutes of the Bernabeu, especially when you're ahead by sort of 1-2 goals, it just takes so slowly. It just absolutely takes very slowly. I don't know why. I want Bernardo to take it. And what the fuck was that free kick? But in a way, I would say that's a 100 IQ free kick from Bernardo Silva because he has removed the threat of the counter. Now Madrid have to build from back and we have got in position. So yeah, I probably think that was hitting it out was maybe not such a bad thing after all. Nico Gonzalez. Ah, ah. Madrid are just playing it extremely fast. Now we have to score the third. Just think, Gautam, we have to score the third. I don't know how you can allow Bellingham to receive. That's absolutely wonderful defending. Savio just kick it away. Savinho does extremely well. There's a pass on. There's a pass on. Ah, ah. It was an extremely difficult pass, I know, but there was a pass on there. Savinho could just curl it, but he's done well there, taking two players out. Probably that free kick and this thing are the two best things that he's done since coming on. What a save that is from Donnarumma. That's a goal kick. Good save by Donnarumma. But has the referee given a goal kick? I think it's just hit the bar. That's not a goal kick. It's Hendrick, not a. It's Hendrick. It's Hendrick. course, missed that. We have had a couple of close shaves today with the headers. Clock is slowly ticking towards the 85th minute mark. Wow. Regardless of whatever the match is, playing at the Bernabeu has its aura and charm. Savio, carry the ball, mate. This is a league in which you had done well. Carry the. No one was attacking the post. Who Nico Riley? Bad pass from Nico Riley, but Doku had done well. Just don't give away any penalties. Donnarumma does extremely well there. That's a foul on Matthews Nunes. And it's a free kick to City. And that's a yellow card. That's a yellow card to Rodrigo. Nunez does extremely well in this situation. Nunez, for me, has grown into the game well. Donnarumma's read that situation beautifully. He came and he, you know, thwarted the ball away with with his hands. That was a great header there from Hendrik. Just hit the bar. Alvaro Carrias has been superb. Nathan Ake is coming on. Jeremy Doku is off. Peps kept Jeremy Doku on for no, I think the perfect time because he realized City needed something uh, for an outlet. Just Savio is not enough, and Jeremy Doku's done absolutely brilliantly. Brilliant wing performance. Not best wing performances again, like I've seen in a while for a winger. No assists, no goals, but still. Bernardo Silva gets the ball. Savio. Savio. That's a foul. Savio's winning fouls very well here. You identified it very well here, Gotham. Green is 2.0. He's learning the skills. He's learning the skills. Good foul there. Good foul there. Look at Pep Guardiola there. Coaching each and everything exactly on the touchline. Tijani Reinders. Gautam just told you. Tijani Reinders. Ah! That's a corner for City. Well done. That's a corner for City. Well done, Nico Riley. It's a blunder, Gautam. Trejani Reinders, trying to cross from there because if a Madrid player had got that almost, that would have been a counter attack. It's a blunder when you do that, especially in the situation you're in. It's a blunder. Tijani Reinders did it once. I think Foden did it twice. Foden probably had one of his worst games today. But anyway, it's not over until it's over at the Bernabeu. Bernardo Silva absolutely knows what he's doing there. How many minutes of added time will it be? That is the question. Nunez against. That is excellent defending there. Bernardo Silva. Nico Riley. Sorry, Savinho almost. Savinho is more aggressive today. Much more aggressive. 4 minutes of added time. Decent. Can't complain about that. I thought easily in the Premier League they could have given 6. And if Arsenal is playing, they could have given 10 minutes of added time. Depending on what the scoreline is. But 4 minutes of added time is very, very decent. Uh, you know what can happen at the Bernabeu in these 4 minutes. Anything can happen at the Bernabeu in these 4 minutes. I have my bottle in my hand. Let's see. Bottle power, bottle superpower. Vinicius Junior is free there. That's a good header, Nico Riley. That's again a good header. Savinho does well. Savinho. Savinho is free there. Savinho is going there. Savinho is free. Savinho is one-on-one with Antonio Rudiger. And hits a shit shot. What the fuck? He could have just taken it into the corner, wasted 10-15 more seconds. What the fuck was that? But anyway, if it was Mahrez, that was a goal. Perfectly lined up for a left footer, but Savini almost banged it against the butt of. It's off a Real Madrid player and it's a goal kick. It's off Vinicius. It's off a Real Madrid player. Shot from Vinicius Junior, but I think it was of. Was it of Arda Goller? And it goes. I mean, we have successfully negotiated 2 minutes of added time, a little bit more than 2 minutes. But it's a Bernabeu, and we just have one goal to defend, so anything can happen. I just can't believe 2 minutes of added time's already up. Kick the bloody ball out. That's what Matthews Nunes has done. 1 more minute remaining. 1 more minute remaining. All of our superpowers up, out. All of our superpowers out. Donnarumma catches it. Yes, very well done. Donnarumma catches it. This is the Bernabeu, and Donnarumma is not afraid of big game situations. Donnarumma, come on, mate. Still not over. It's still not over. 20 more seconds to go. Chance for one last attack, I think. That's a throw into City. Nico Riley just might have done the job here. Almost. 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 And the referee has blown the whistle. Has he? Yes! City have won! We have won at the Bernabeu! After me! Yeah! Come on! Come on, City! Woo! This is a big victory! Wow! No matter how the Real Madrid team is, and this was a good Real Madrid team. Yes, Mbappe was not there, but still it was a good Real Madrid team. We have defended very, very well there. Everyone contributed. Probably Foden's one of Foden's weakest matches, but everyone's contributed apart from that. Matthews Nunez grew into the game. Gotham says we have done it. Woo! Bernabeu conquered. The progress is magnificent, Gotham. The progress of this team, especially in the year one of transition, which you've talked about, is superb. The defensive Guile there, Ruben Diaz, Guardiol, Nico Riley, Nunez. I'm impressed by how Nunez has grown into this game. Impressed by Nunez looks shaky first 20-25 minutes, but since conceding the goal, Nunez has been absolutely superb. Matthews Nunez has been superb. Excellent from Matthews Nunez. Nico Riley was good. Nico Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez, the unsung hero, the warrior winning battle after battle. Nico Gonzalez, how much does that mean to him? A Barcelona graduate coming and doing this at the Bernabeu. Wow. Erling Haaland put the penalty well. New technique, worked his socks off. Even Savio at the end, I mean, little bits of runs and all of those. He did mistakes, but the hand did well to relieve the pressure in 2 or 3 moments there. But the defending from Matthews Nunez and Nico Riley at the end, especially Nunez at the end, going. I mean, Vinicius Junior was coming at him, but Nunez did not lose focus. Nunez was absolutely incredible. He grew into the game. For me, Nico Gonzalez is the man of the match. I mean, couple of man of the matches: Jeremy Doku, Nico Gonzalez, Matthews Nunez. I probably would go with Nico Gonzalez. I'm stuck between Nunez and Nico Gonzalez, but I probably would go with Nico Gonzalez for the work he's done in the middle of the field with so much pressing in there. But Nunez has been magnificent as well. Ah, great way to go to sleep, right? And get up tomorrow and go to work again. Ah, what a victory there. Again, thank you, Gautam. Thank you, JSK, again for joining the stream. It's always been wonderful. It's like always, it's been wonderful having you guys in the stream, and it was fantastic today watching this match with you all. Again, see you all, guys, and take care. JSK says revenge Winnie for man of the match. I mean, except Foden, probably I was disappointed by Foden, but then everyone else were outstanding. Everyone else was superb. Leverkusen 2-2. Where are we in the Champions League table? It's interesting to look. Where are we in the Champions League table? To be honest, where are we in the Champions League table? Table. Interesting. Wow, we are fourth. We are fourth now on the table. We are tied with Paris Saint-Germain. Yes, they have higher goal difference. We are fourth in the table. This is good. We are fourth in the table. This is good. And we actually can. Our next match is against Bodo Gilmeth. Uh, Sporting CP, PSG, Bayern Union, Celtics. I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. We are fourth. Arsenal are first anyway. So again, this win has just pumped us up in the Champions League standings as well. And anyway, Pep Guardiola has rested Haaland, Foden, Shaki in the 70th minute. So everything's gone. Uh, everything's gone well for